This is all very valuable space, okay? Right now you have a tremendous amount of beautiful imagery in here, but when I'm in this space, I have a hard time focusing on any one thing because there's so much to look at one time. Okay, room number 2.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what we call our conference room. It's definitely for packaging. As you can see there, we've got all of our packaging for our clients, but our clients do actually come in this room. We do all of their album proofing in here. Okay. All of our high school seniors get an album, so this is the room that they'll come into. We've got a TV there that we show them what their album looks like before we actually order it from them.
Okay, perfect. So what you're trying to say then is this wall right here is good real estate to have.
Yeah, and what I really want here is family, because all of our seniors are VIPs to us, and so we want to encourage them to have a family session before their senior goes off to school. So this would be perfect spot to showcase family, because I actually do mention it. I usually tell them, when their album's going to be ready and their artwork's going to be done, and by the way, when should we plan your family session?
Right. In the client experience, this is the last, until pickup, this is the last piece of their experience. So this is like, here's your next experience. So we're planting seeds there.
Yeah, and I'm glad you clarified that, because I was going to say, just for everybody listening, this is where they would come after the sale is done.
Correct.
This is essentially, they're just saying, yes, I'm signing off on this design. Now that's all in the past.
Yep.
And let's talk about
We've already collected this money, so now let's talk about what we want to spend for this piece of it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that that's brilliant, because there's such a connection between a senior session and family. They're already in your door, they're sitting here. Why not?
They're great clients.
Yep.
They know how everything works.
Yep.
And they like us, we like them.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm seeing a multi-image grouping.
Oh,
up
I like
here,
that idea. Yep.
For sure. I tend to slide a little bit more towards canvas for families. I think it's so approachable, and it fits into most people's decor. So as we're building this, it'll be fun to go through images and pick out multiples and design a really fun collage, possibly canvas, possibly something different, or we could mix things up too. Sure. Because I think it's always fun to give people permission to do that as well. Definitely. So this is going to be fun. We'll plan family for this wall, and let's move into the hallway. So you probably wonder why I have you leaning up against a door frame in going into your hallway right now. So every time that I'm here, we tend to stop and talk just out of frame over here. And I've always been intrigued with this wall right here.
Okay.
Really?
I love the angle on it. I love how it's visible from this space. It's the first thing you see when you turn to go down this hallway. And what are all the things that you do down this hallway? Everything. Bathroom, drinks, sales, studio, dressing room, Nate's office. Everybody goes this way.
It's the freeway.
It's the freeway, yes, exactly. So to me, when you're talking about studio design, sales, product, you pick out specific walls in the studio, and I call them like high dollar real estate. So that's the Gold Coast. So to me, this is the Gold Coast right here. Okay.
I would have never thought about that.
Yeah, so let's just take a little walk down in the hallway here. So again, we're gonna spend some time really focusing on what we can do to this wall to really give this a tremendous impact. As we're sorting through images, through products, through design, we can use the iPad app, lay things out, really see what is gonna make the most impact in this space. Because I think that this is a tremendous piece of real estate on the Gold Coast here.
Cool.
As we're walking this way, okay, so your client is obviously not backing down the hallway, but they walk this walk all the time.
Yep.
Okay, so we have your dressing room on your right, sales room on the left. Okay, this is all very valuable space. Okay, right now you have a tremendous amount of beautiful imagery in here, but when I'm in this space, I have a hard time focusing on any one thing because there's so much to look at one time. So what I really like to concentrate on in this space is really turning this into a little bit more of a gallery. Okay.
Oh.
That kind of echoes a lot of, we've had some mentors from the industry, really high-end studios, and the first thing they say is clutter or too much to look at, and they've echoed the same thing. So I think you're beating down the barrier to taking this down.
Yeah. So On my left, this is a lot of your very coveted, highly awarded photography. Okay, I think that's very, very important to do. So what I would suggest thinking about doing is taking some of these images and making them huge. Doing something that's big impact pieces, and then taking the awards off of them, putting them onto that print so people still understand that that's a really special piece of artwork, but maybe we go from having, 10 or 12, whatever's on this wall, down to maybe 3 really large dynamic pieces.
Way more relatable to them, that you're not gonna, this isn't a saleable product that anybody would get. So
And
I
I like
that
the
idea.
impact that it would give too, big and bold.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to echo on this side of the hallway as well. So this is not, to me, where you're selling. This is where you're kind of bragging.
Inspiring.
You're inspiring. That's a better word for it. Yep. So when you're coming out of the dressing room, having these wonderful images to look at that are large and impactful, I think people will enjoy their experience coming through this space more than they do right now.
Kind of a continuation of the gallery from the lobby.
Exactly. Yep.
Perfect.
When we go into the sales room, totally different experience. We're going to talk about, because I know you guys know your numbers, what sells? What do you want to upgrade to? How large do you want to go? What are we going to focus on in those spaces where your client is facing constantly? And we want to make sure that they look at all the time, because that's where you make your money. This, to me, is a gallery space. So
I like it.
awesome. So I'm excited to work on this. I think it will just clean up the experience for the client as they're traveling through your studio.
I like it. Great idea.
Cool, awesome. So let's move into where the money's made next.
What we do makes such a difference, and that's honestly the only reason I do it. I'm not in it for ego or cool imagery or anything like that. I love changing lives and creating things for people that is going to be that, and that's why it has to be a book and wall art and sustainable, real, tangible things.
Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching episode 2 of NP Design and Photography's Studio Makeover. We hope these sessions inspire you to elevate your own game. For more information or to set up a studio makeover, feel free to get in touch with us and set up a one-on-one consultation. In the meantime, you know the drill. Check out the description below. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button.